a nation at war with itself in a battlefield shaped by others. Since April 2023, two rival generals have torn the country apart. Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, leading the Sudanese Armed Forces, SAF, and Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, commanding the Rapid Support Forces, RSF. What began as a struggle for power in Khartoum has spiraled into one of the world's deadliest wars. Over 150,000 dead, 14 million displaced, and famine spreading across Darfur and Kordofan. But the front lines tell only half the story. Behind them are powerful states shaping the war from afar. The Sudanese government accuses the United Arab Emirates of backing the RSF, sending weapons, fuel, and funds through neighboring Chad and Libya. Satellite evidence and intercepted cargo flights hint at supply networks linking Gulf warehouses to RSF-held zones. The UAE denies the charges, saying it only supports humanitarian aid. But experts note that Sudan's gold, much of it smuggled from RSF territory, flows directly into Emirati markets. And across the Red Sea, Israel's involvement runs deeper than acknowledged. Tel Aviv has reportedly built covert channels with RSF commanders, sharing intelligence and offering strategic coordination against Iranian-linked movements along the Red Sea corridor. This isn't speculation, it's strategy. Israel views Sudan as a critical node in the regional chessboard, a bridge between the Horn of Africa, the Gulf, and the Sahel, where influence today means security tomorrow. Today, Sudan's war is no longer just a civil war. It's a map of intersecting ambitions, where gold routes, Red Sea ports, and foreign alliances redraw the lines of sovereignty. And while the world looks elsewhere, Sudan burns, caught between two generals and too many agendas.
اغتصبوه قتلوه سرقوه شالوا حق الناس وما عارف يا اخي سلام عليك ده حقنا يا اخوي شلنا كويس معك ده حقنا شلنا تمام واغتصب ما اغتصب انت مش اغتصب لك اخت ولا اغتصب لك بيت كما تدين السودان البلد دي بلدنا وده حقنا وشلناه ودايرنا احنا في الميدان نكفلح ونمسح نركب ابوها الاقزاز تعالنا في الميدان وشوف الحاصل شنو داير مننا حاجه يجينا في الميدان يا حميدان شكرا.
A city in Sudan is under siege and being starved. And now there are fears of ethnic cleansing. El-Fasher is living through one of the longest sieges in modern warfare. Almost no aid has entered since April 2024. And now there are fears that a militia that's accused of war crimes could be preparing to invade the city.
كل الفاشر من جميع الاتجاهات دي دعم السوري محاصرة. فبالتالي أصبح إنه المواد الغذائية تدخل للفاشر مستحيلة جدا. حصل جوع.
The Rapid Support Forces and the Sudanese Armed Forces have been battling for control of the country for over 2 years. The RSF controls most of the Darfur region, except for the regional capital of El-Fasher. And so the RSF has surrounded the city of El-Fasher since April 2024, preventing almost anyone or anything going in or out. People in El-Fasher have been forced to eat grass as the RSF bombards the city. In April 2025, the RSF attacked Sudan's largest refugee camp, Zamzam, just outside El-Fasher, killing an estimated 1,500 people. The International Criminal Court said there were reasonable grounds to believe that crimes against humanity were taking place in Darfur. More than 400,000 survivors of that attack fled the camp, many of them to El-Fasher. Now they're living in fear of the RSF coming after them again.
الدعم السريع غير مجرى الحرب، أصبح إنه يستهدف المدنيين البنى التحتية بتاعت المدينة، المدارس، المساجد، الأسواق، حتى الأماكن اللي فيها نازحين.
The UN, US and NGOs have accused the United Arab Emirates of arming the RSF. The UAE strongly denies the claims. But in September 2025, The Guardian published details of leaked reports that showed that the US and UN had pleaded with the UAE to let aid into El-Fasher. But those talks effectively collapsed with no resolution. Hundreds of children are believed to have died after those talks ended. El-Fasher is now under siege, starved, and being bombed relentlessly with no end in sight.
يعني انت مفتكر انه انا بعد ده حارب بولدي اجيب له الحلاوه والشوكولاته واقول له كل وامسح واقول له والله يا اخي خلاص خليه انه تعبان الولد؟ لا والله حارب به تربيه رجال اقسم بالله حخليه راجل وهدخل كره في قلبه وهعده عشان ينتقم لأخته وعشان ينتقم لولده. أول عدو ينتقم منه هو الأمارات، طال الزمن أو قصر. أنا يا الأمارات يا ابن زايد لن يهدأ لي بال إلا وأن أنتقم منك، وأنتقم من كل من وقف إلى جانبك وساعدك في تدمير بلد غلى ما يمكن أن يحصل له الغدر والخيانة من جانبك يا خسيس، يا من لا تشبه الرجال. والله أنت أقذر إنسان عرفته البشرية، أقذر إنسان، لأنك هذا السودان معون. أطعمناك وغفنا إلى جانبك، أطعمناك وغفنا إلى جانبك، بنينا دورك، أنشأنا لك المدن والطرق، وعلمنا أبنائك وعلمناك أنت ذاتك، أنت نفسك. الآن تغدر بالسودانيين وتفجر في الخصومة، تعادي السودان. على ماذا تعادينا؟ ماذا فعلنا لك؟ ما الذي بيننا وبينكم حتى تكون هذه عداوتكم لنا؟ نحن بتنا أعداءكم بين ليلة وعشية. ماذا فعلنا لكم لنلغى هذه العداوة وهذا البغض وهذا الكره؟ نحن لن نحمل أحدا في الدنيا ما حصل لنا خلافكم. كل من جيشتمونهم ليهدموا بلادنا وليعوسوا فيها هذا الخراب، نقول أننا سنرد الصاع صاعين، سننتقم يا ابن زايد. وهذه رسالة لأبناء السودان.
I have a message to the Kenyan people. You are at risk. Your country is at risk. You don't know what's coming, but what is coming to your country is destruction and war. And let me explain. Your President Ruto is under huge pressure by the United Arab Emirates. I'm from Sudan. I can tell you, we have never expected that our country will be in such a destructive war. But the reality is we've been in the unexpected high level of destruction caused by the United Arab Emirates for the last 2 years. And we've never thought that the UAE will ever do that to us until it became a reality. We've seen the actions of the UAE in Yemen. It destructed the whole country. We've seen the UAE actions in Sudan, in Libya, and in other countries. The UAE is not what you think it is.